Hello, everybody. It's Deanna here from Aspect Astrology, and welcome once again to my overview of the upcoming full moon, which this time is going to be in a partial lunar eclipse full moon in the sign of Taurus. But before I get into that, just want to remind you that there's still an offering of an opportunity to win a mini chart reading to the new subscribers to my email list. So one new subscriber is randomly selected each month. And I've now conducted 3 of these. And I just love the fact that people can get an opportunity to dip their toes into their chart and find out more about themselves and how the astrology plays out in their lives. So for details, head to the link in my bio and follow the prompts. The November lucky recipient will be selected at the end of the month. So good luck. Okay, so this is the first of a series of eclipses across the Taurus-Scorpio axis. The last will occur in October 2023. So this full moon accentuates and accelerates the big astrological themes of the year between freedom and responsibility, of restriction of ourself and versus the collective. And this full moon is a crucial lunation, especially since it's also an eclipse that will heavily influence the fixed signs, once again, of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So if you have personal planets in these signs, you will have been feeling the intensity, the duplicity, and the push towards transformation all year. So now with an eclipse, you can no longer keep what needs to come up down. It will find a way. Eclipses mark a turning point. They ask for dealing directly with those parts of yourself or your life that no longer serve you. So it is really a time to let all that sort of stuff go. So we are setting up a theme on a personal level about digging deep to find a true source of self-worth and self-value, what it is that is really important to you and what are you going to do about it. So this is a period of self-awareness, self-revelation, bringing to the surface hidden or repressed aspects that you may not have been willing or able to deal with in the past. So now the time for what is buried to come to the surface and into the light is the time to let it go. So whatever you've been clinging on to for no reason, this is giving you an opportunity to begin the transformation process. The moon is full in the sign of Taurus opposite the sun and Mercury in Scorpio, and Mars is close by. So the Scorpio clan are asking you to review what you really want and how it adds or detracts from your sense of self-worth. What do you need to let go of that could be affecting your self-love? Working with this full moon, you're offered the opportunity to see more of what you want and don't want. And if you ask, you might get a very clear answer. So the full moon in Taurus is ruled by Venus, which has also just moved into the sign of Capricorn. And it's actually going to be staying there for 6 months, moving back and forward. And being in another earth sign, Venus and Capricorn is really supporting influence during this full moon to help you focus your energies on determining what it is you want and giving you the self-confidence to go forth and achieve it. So the question is, where are you going to invest your energies for the long term? That's really a Venus and Capricorn question. So this is a real time of showing up to face any restrictions that are holding you back from being your true and most authentic self. It's a period of facing what is yours on your own terms and dealing with what is not. You're being asked to fully accept and own what is important to you now and face the consequences of these truths. So this might mean that you have to deal with some issues like, what are you prepared to sacrifice for this? What or who is standing in your way, and what are you going to do about it? So these are really important questions to deal with as we might actually come up against resistance from others as we seek our truth. We could face power struggles, control games, potential manipulation from others who don't want to see any change. So be aware of that. And relationships could suffer a little bit now as well as we come to terms with who supports us in our truth and who does not. So we might be faced with asking the questions around who in our lives is truly aligned with us and what we want, and who has our back and who does not. So Venus ruling the Taurus full moon is a positive aspect to Uranus and Taurus as well, and a sextile to Mars. And this energy is very dynamic and will work to support the changes that you need to make right now. So you might be feeling so ready to propel ahead, but you might need to assess who's coming with you and who is not. And again, this is all to honor yourself and your self-worth. However, as invigorating as this energy might be in propelling the need for change, we still need to be careful not to throw the baby out with the bathwater. And what I mean by that is you might be so raring to go ahead, but there is this thing called our responsibilities that could be holding us back. So Mars and Saturn are in a wide square energy during this full moon, and Mars wants and is ready to charge ahead, but Saturn stops you at the door and reminds you, hey, hang on a minute, you've got mortgages to pay, you've got mouths to feed, people, jobs, responsibilities holding you back. And this is all okay. You don't have to charge ahead in the changes that you wish to make right away. You simply have to be honest with yourself, with what your values are, your sense of love for yourself, and be comfortable in your knowledge. So if you can't make the changes right away, start planning for them in the long term and try not to get overly frustrated. This eclipse theme will last for a while. This might be starting the ignition of the engine well and truly before the bags are packed. So take some time to consolidate and think about the changes that you might be wanting to make. So this full moon is very powerful. It's a really powerful energy to be asking the universe for what you want to manifest on a material level as well. So starting by assessing your values around money, this full moon can be used to release any worn out belief structures around how you value money and how that is tied into how you love yourself. So do you feel worthy of abundance, of attracting the resources that you need in your life? So you can use this opportunity to write down any traits that you think are holding you back, and during the full moon, maybe burn those. Then write down what you actually want to bring forth for yourself on a material level. And if you can, take that piece of paper and bury it with a seed or a seedling and watch it grow as a representation of your future psychological, spiritual, and material wealth. So being focused and aware of what you now want enables you to bring forth abundance in your life. And the Scorpio Taurus polarity on a more mundane level is about resources and sharing resources. So use this full moon to help manifest abundance in your life. There are some quite potent energies as well with Jupiter during this full moon, and Jupiter amplifies everything. And in this case, we do need to be careful of overspending, overinvesting, and feeling overly confident when it comes to our financial resources. So if you can avoid making any significant financial decisions until the end of the full moon, I recommend that. This is big energy for the fixed signs that traditionally don't like change. They've been dealing with a lot all year, and this energy has been building and will be building into December and really punctuating the themes of 2021. So take some steps towards the change that you want to see, and use this full moon to really think about your values, your self-worth, and how you want to manifest abundance in your life. In the meantime, of course, be kind to yourself and be kind to others, and I will see you again soon. Cheers.